Shalom. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakodash, and double honors to the apostles of GMS, and to the bishops, elders, and all the sincere brethren that are living the truth across the world, and to all the sincere brethren and sisters that listen to the truth. And I pray this may be another edifying lesson to the flock. Same over the Most High want to hear this message, let it be heard. And before I begin the lesson, I will introduce the name of the Father, which is Yahweh, and the name is mean He exists, and the name of the Son is Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which means the Redeemer or the Deliverer, and so they come to redeem His people, which is the nation of Israel. And in today's age, we will identify them as the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans, which scattered on all four corners of the world, and looks like they're the nations, and also practice the custom of the nations. And with that, that'll be it for the beginning of the lesson. And as of today, the title of the lesson is Comforter, episode 9. So I'm going to go from Isaiah 40 and 15 to 17. So basically, it is Isaiah 40 and 15 says, Behold, the nations are as the drop of a bucket. And the Heavenly Father said, the nations, which is the other nation, outside of Israel, the other nations are as a drop of a bucket. It's like when you walking with a bucket and the drop of water fall, you don't care about them. So that's how you don't worry about them. So that's how the Heavenly Father view them. They're like pointless, nothing. You don't worry about the drop of water that fall off. That's basically the other nations, especially Esau, and are counted as the dust of the balance, and they count like as a small dust on the balance. When you have a dust on the balance, it doesn't set off the balance the opposite directions. It's practically irrelevant. The dust make no difference on the balance. That's basically the other nations in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. Behold, He take off the isles as a very little thing. So basically, what that means is like it picks up the world like it's a grain of salt. Like when you're making a tea, right? Or or coffee, and you take like a pinch of salt or a pinch of sugar, and you drop it on the tea or coffee. That's how the Heavenly Father view the other nations, basically, man, or the world, I should say. And said, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn. And it said, no amount of wood is going to be sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. Not even the animals, no amount of animals you sacrifice ain't going to be sufficient. It's going to be sufficient or worthy in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. All nations before Him are as nothing. Every nation on the planet is nothing in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, and they are counted to Him less than nothing in vanity, and they are counted less than nothing, which means they are completely irrelevant to the point that it's like a vanity. And next one I'm going to read is basically 27 to 31, and it says, Why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speakest, O Israel, my way is hid from the Lord? And when you say Lord, it's all caps, which is the Heavenly Father Yahweh. And my judgment is passed over for my power. And what that means is like, he said, how can you say, O Jacob, how can you say the Heavenly Father does not see your trouble? And who's Jacob is talking about? He's talking about the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans. And he says, my way is hid from the Lord, and my judgment is passed over for my power. And he says, how can you say the Heavenly Father ignores your rights? Has thou not known? Have you not heard? Has thou not heard? Or has that the having everlasting power, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, faded not, neither His word? He said, so basically what he says, like, have you never heard? Have you never understood that the Heavenly Father Yahweh is everlasting, which means He has no end. The creator of the ends of the earth fainted not. Basically, the Heavenly Father does not fainted. Basically, He doesn't get. Let me see, what was that again? The creator of the end of the earth fainted not, neither His word. The Heavenly Father does not get weak or weary. He's always the same forever and ever. There is no searching of His understanding. Nobody can understand the depth of the Heavenly Father knowledge or understanding. His depth is unlimited, basically boundless. He gives the power to the faint. So basically, He gives power to the weak, And right now, who's the weak? The weak is basically the nation of Israel right now. And to them that have no might, he increased strength. So to those who are basically has no power or powerless, he give them strength. Who is powerless right now? Who has no strength right now? Right now is basically the nation of Israel right now that has no strength. Initially, the reason we have no strength is because we disobey the Heavenly Father Yahweh. So basically, right now, only the Heavenly Father can give us strength, increase our strength, basically. Even the youth shall faint and be weary. So basically, even the youth, which even the weak, even the youngs will become weak, shall be faint and be weary. They're gonna be weak and tired, and the young men shall utterly fall, and the young men will fall. Basically, exhaustion basically will be exhausted. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. And he said, but they that wait on the Lord, and when he say Lord, he say all caps. Those who wait on the Heavenly Father Yahweh Shemai Shai, the Most High will renew their strength. And who's waiting on the Most High Yahweh Shemai Shai is the elect, which are the hopeful elect basically of the nation of Israel. Because 2/3 ain't gonna be listening to the Heavenly Father or cry to the Heavenly Father. Instead, they're gonna curse the Heavenly Father. So the Most High only showing mercy to his elect. Shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. So basically, they're gonna fly like eagles. They're not gonna really grow wings. Because the Most High is gonna give them the ability to fly as an eagle. They shall run and not be weary. Basically, they're gonna be running and not being tired. Like when you're watching the Olympics, especially sprint on track and field. You see when you see the sprinter running, they run for like 9-10 seconds. Then as soon as they're done, they go on their knees, they grasping for air. That ain't gonna happen in the kingdom, man. The Most High gonna give us the ability to run top speed, and when we stop, we're not gonna even be out of breath. We can technically run top speed forever and ever. So that's one of the blessings the Heavenly Father gonna give those that He loves. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint. They're gonna be able to walk and not be tired or faint or exhausted or collapse due to exhaustions. You know when you're walking a lot in the heat, you get exhausted and you collapse. That ain't gonna be happening anymore, man. So anyway, that's it for the lesson. I put as another edifying lesson to the flocks, and wait for the Most High went through this message, let it be heard. And with that, I could say, Shalom.